Floyd Money Mayweather, easy work, and Manny Pacquiao meet face to face and discuss a rematch for this year.
We have a chance to have a rematch.
Of course, if I was Manny Pacquiao, would I be chasing Floyd Mayweather to do an exhibition to get a good payday? Absolutely. Absolutely, I will.
I can say that more action than compared to the first one.
It's surprising. Obviously, I know Manny very well. You know, he's a true competitor. He's a guy that if you put something in his head, and obviously to create more history, he's a guy that's going to give everything. And you know.
Floyd Mayweather has openly challenged Manny Pacquiao for a second fight. The boxing icon teases another mega clash, stirring up excitement and whispers of a big rematch.
And the caption says, I'm coming back to fight Manny Pacquiao this year. Another 9-figure payday on the way at Mayweather Promotions.
George Kambosos Jr. gives his take on Manny Pacquiao's comeback, showing real thrill over the exhibition against Mario Barios. He calls Pacquiao a true icon and says this return, though sudden, might shock people. Kambosos feels Pacquiao still has the spark to leave a deep mark.
Yeah, it's surprising. Obviously, I know Manny very well. You know, he's a true competitor. He's a guy that if you put something in his head, and obviously to create more history, he's a guy that's going to give everything and you know try his best. That's what Manny. One thing I always learned with Manny is give 110% and try your best no matter what. So yeah, he's going to give it his all. Again, you can't beat Father Time, but Father Time is hard, and it was very hard watching him fight Lucas. You could see it, and then watching the exhibition he had with the Korean guy or the Japanese guy in I think last year. Yeah, it was hard to watch. I know Manny. I know the man that I was sparring. I love that guy. So, but again, he's a legend, and if he turns it on, he can still do it.
Manny's serious workouts at Wild Card Gym with longtime trainer Freddie Roach are making waves in Los Angeles. He appears locked in and fired up, smashing through mid-drills and combos with his old fire. Roach keeps a close eye, giving pointers and praise as they prepare for what could be boxing's most buzzworthy return in years. Floyd Mayweather gave his thoughts on Manny stepping back into the ring, saying he gets why Pacquiao wants this match, especially with a big paycheck on the line. Mayweather admits he'd likely do the same if he were in Manny's shoes. With AWBC belt up for grabs against Barios, the stakes are real and the talk of a second epic clash is heating up fast.
We have a chance to have a rematch.
Of course, if I was Manny Pacquiao, would I be chasing Floyd Mayweather to do an exhibition to get a good payday? Absolutely. Absolutely, I will.
I can say that more action than compared to the first one, because the first one, you know, we know the fact that I have injury on my shoulders.
There's no blueprint on how to beat Floyd Mayweather.
He's older than me.
You know, when we talk about Hall of Famer, he's a Hall of Famer. But nobody has the remedy on how to beat Floyd Mayweather.
Where Manny had a great career, but boxing retired Manny. Manny didn't retire from boxing.
I'm still young, so what I have done and accomplished in boxing, I think it's one of a kind, because to get a 8 different weight division is not that easy.
Manny opens up about his first bout with Mayweather, saying he believed he did enough to win even though he wasn't at his best physically. He doesn't point fingers at Floyd, but instead hints that outside forces can ruin even the finest reputations.
My heart that I thought I won the fight.
Okay, but do you want the rematch in part? How do you view him just as a person, not about the fight, but you've expressed before that you never really liked what he stood for outside the ring as a person, and you would like to defeat him because of that. Is that fair to say?
I'm what I see him outside the ring is you know, of course I don't want to blame him, but the way he grow with the wrong community, I mean, like, and you have to know how to respect and how to, you know, not too arrogant or anything. I'm not saying that, but you know, sometimes bad company corrupt good character.
There's no question that a second fight between Pacquiao and Mayweather would catch the world's eye. Fans still talk about their first battle like it happened last week. And many believe that the timing back then didn't allow for a real battle between two legends.
Speaking of Mayweather, fam, do you see they're doing the Pacquiao rematch?
Yeah, I was about to say that.
This
bro.
guy-
I was
bro.
about to say that. They announced it, and all the
In
fans
the
were like,
weirdest way, bro. It's like, yo, they didn't even know. It's like they didn't know if they actually meant to announce it or not.
"This is
or
what I'm
like
saying."
that fight's actually happening.
I heard in the comments that they announced it in like Chinese or something before, and then the crowd
this
went
is in
crazy.
Japan, right, or
Yeah,
something?
like in their language they announced it, and then they went crazy, and then they did it in English, and then like that was with silence.
That makes sense because yo, Manny Pacquiao said it's like no one cared. I was like, bro, are we like hearing
Like,
the same thing? Fam?
people
Like,
are
the
sa-
man just said he's fighting Floyd Mayweather, and no one cared. Everyone's like, okay, like you know, hand over the mic, dog. Like, bro, like, bro, it was,
People are
like,
saying
massive.
that. They're saying that, or they're saying, oh, like where they were, it's like culture to not like make noise during stuff like
Nah,
this.
bro,
Like, it's a
you know the
respectful thing.
fans that Manny Pacquiao has and stuff, bro. If he's announcing that fight, you know these guys are going off.
Pacquiao reveals that talks are in progress to set up a rematch with Mayweather this year. While nothing is locked in, the steady clues from both sides show the idea is being taken seriously. These discussions arrive as Manny trains for Barios, meaning this return could be a two-part message: first dominate Barios, then settle things with Floyd.
I can say that more action than compared to the first one, because the first one, you know, we know the fact that I have injury on my shoulder, so I did a lot of this training camp. We did a few things, but not really a heavy training like what we did in the usual, the 12 round fight. But because this is just a 6 rounds and 2 minutes per round exhibition match, but we did a lot in training, and I think this is a very good stepping stone to come back in boxing. We will see.
So what would the result be?
The prediction is will not last 12 rounds, I think.
Wow, it won't last 12 rounds.
At 46, Manny is pushing his body to the edge in an intense Los Angeles boot camp under Roach's watch. The countdown to his July 19th face-off with Mario Barios is underway, and every sweat-filled workout shows his hunger to prove that age is only a number. Pacquiao's daily plan blends muscle training, smart sparring, and stamina work. The moves might seem familiar, but his drive now is fiercer than ever. He's training not just to fight, but to win big. The focus in his eyes and force in his punches reveal this return isn't just for fans, it's for lasting glory.
Marvin. Good.
Even after all this time, the tension between Floyd and Manny hasn't cooled. Floyd keeps reminding people of his win, while Pacquiao's supporters argue timing hurt the result. Neither has let go of the feud, and the buzz about their rematch is bringing that old fire back. Their unfinished rivalry is back in the spotlight.
Manny Pacquiao he's not a better fighter than me.
Floyd, what is your assessment of Manny Pacquiao and his shoulder injury?
Come on. I mean, this is ridiculous. Excuses, excuses, excuses. He was throwing combinations. Everything seemed just fine. He lost. He know he lost. I lost a lot of respect for him. You know, you fight, if you lose, it's okay. Mayweather was the better man. We fight 10 times, I'm gonna win 10 times. We fight 20 times, I'm gonna win 20 times. We fight 100 times, I'm gonna win 100 times. Manny Pacquiao, you're not on my level. Manny Pacquiao, you will never be on my level, period. Simple and plain. It's okay to be number 2. It's okay to be right behind me. It's okay. I won. I know I won. I know I'm a better fighter. Manny Pacquiao spoke about that he shouldn't have.
Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather, yeah.
Because it's a time and a place for everything. I'm not gonna say he's right and I'm not gonna say he's wrong. You know, but it's so crazy. When he spoke about it, I could have easily came out and said, yeah, you spoke about it. I ain't have to say nothing. Just by you saying my name, they gave me a check for $4 million. He said my name when he didn't supposed to. Remember I said it's a time and a place for any and everything.
Not everyone is cheering. Boxing great Ricky Hatton raises concerns about Manny's comeback, questioning if it's safe or fair for a 46-year-old to battle a much younger man. He compares this to other older fighters returning, warning that it might harm more than help great careers. Others agree despite Manny's drive, the body wears down. After years out of pro bouts, it's unclear if he can keep up with someone like Barios, especially at his age when risks are higher.
This is a bad idea. Out of nowhere, the WBC decides they want their welterweight champion, Mario Barios, to defend his belt against Manny Pacquiao. About 7 to 8, maybe 9, 10 years ago, I would have said hells yeah if we had a Manny Pacquiao championship fight. But Manny's been retired for 4 years. He's 46 years old. His last fight was in 2021, and he lost to Ugas in a unanimous decision. I watched his exhibition bout against the kickboxer guy in Japan. And again, I think people will look at this and go, well, Jake Paul fought Mike Tyson, and yeah, that happened. And I also said that Mike was going to get really badly hurt, and it was a terrible idea for him to do that. There were some health issues and everything else. Luckily, Mike didn't get super hurt in the fight, but this is a world championship level fight against a sitting world champion, and Manny does not belong in there. And again, I'm worried.
One sports expert sees things differently, saying Pacquiao's comeback isn't about being king again, but about earning well. The fight with Barios is set to pull big viewers thanks to Manny's fame. Win or lose, it's a smart move to remind the world of his star power.
And of course, we don't want permanent injury po kahit kanino, kahit po kay Anpo, but I want him to be knocked out. But the reason why I wanted that to happen is that if Manny Pacquiao is really considering of coming back to professional boxing, I think that would be a good measurement and sign and a marketing for him when he returned to boxing.
But Pacquiao insists this return isn't just about the money. He speaks from the heart, explaining that he still feels deeply connected to boxing. After years spent in politics, he says the love from fans and the ring itself continue to pull him back. He's not chasing cash, he's chasing closure.
Retirement's supposed to be fun. What happened? You're supposed to want to stay retired and relax and have a nice life.
I changed my mind and I realized thinking that the boxing still love me and I love boxing, so why not? I'm not continuing my journey in boxing.
A lot of people have the question how busy you are as a senator and how is that going to play into you preparing for a fight, because preparing for a fight takes your heart and your soul, and you already have a very difficult job as a senator.
Just time management, discipline. I can still manage working in the Senate and then training.
But Pacquiao says this return isn't about making money. He speaks sincerely, saying he still feels a deep bond with boxing even after years in politics. He says fan love and the ring itself keep drawing him back. He's not chasing dollars, he's chasing peace of mind.
We now welcome in ESPN.com senior boxing writer Dan Rayfield. And Dan, what is Pacquiao hoping to accomplish with this lawsuit?
Well, I know that the negotiations for this fight have been ongoing, but I just got off the telephone with Daniel Petrocelli, who is the attorney for Manny Pacquiao, literally moments before coming on the air, and I asked him that exact question. And his point was, regardless of whether or not they're negotiating this fight, that that the comments that they alleged that the Mayweather people had made were irresponsible and reckless and malicious, and they had to answer it no matter what. And so they felt like they had no choice but to file the lawsuit regardless of whether or not the fight takes place.
Pacquiao has said clearly this isn't just a goodbye tour. He wants to end with a strong message winning over Barios. And maybe Floyd would let him walk away proud. It's not about chasing past fame, but about proving he's a fighter who never quits. The rivalry even went beyond the ring in 2009. Pacquiao sued Mayweather for slander over claims, though they settled it. That added to their long-standing war, one that crossed courts, headlines, and boxing history.
He also has a case for greatest fighter, pound for pound, who ever lived. Think about, by the way, I don't think he wins that argument. Sugar Ray Robinson is safely ensconced in that position. But Henry Armstrong, Muhammad Ali, Harry Reb, Sam Langford, Floyd Mayweather, Pernell Whitaker, whoever else you want to mention, put Pacquiao's resume up to those guys. Bill James, the great baseball sabermetrician, had a way of ranking baseball players that I came across as a kid and thought, that's really smart. You have to rank them at their best, and then also over the course of their careers. Because when you have that argument, are you talking about who accomplished the most, or what heights did they reach? What peak did they reach? Take either for Pacquiao. Take his peak. Was it at 140 pounds when he obliterated Ricky Hatton, Miguel Cotto, and then Oscar De La Hoya, though that was at 147? Was that Pacquiao's peak? Because remember, that's when the Mayweather-Pacquiao hype actually reached fever pitch. Oh my God, these are two of the best fighters we've ever seen, and they're both in their primes, in the same weight class at the same time. We have to see that fight. So Pacquiao's peak was just about as good as anyone in history.
No matter what unfolds now, Pacquiao's legacy is already legendary. He's still the only fighter to win world titles in 8 separate classes, a record untouched. His climb through the weights shows his rare talent, bravery, and devotion to the fight game.
You fought against Manny Pacquiao, you fought against Floyd Mayweather. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the hardest puncher, where would you rate both fighters?
We all know that Mayweather is not known for a big punch. It stings, it stings, yes. I would have to say they're about the same. It's funny because I didn't feel Pacquiao's punch. I didn't do anything to me, so I didn't really feel his punch. He punched the same. The only difference is that Pacquiao has the ability to really maybe knock you out, but he's got to land that perfect punch. And Pacquiao's more of a, he doesn't have that good timing like Mayweather. What about speed? Speed, it's different. It's different speed because Mayweather is a guy who one fast shot, boom. Pacquiao is. He'll throw 4, 5, 6, 7 punches and fast. I think both guys might be the same. What would have to do with Pacquiao?
Oscar De La Hoya speaks up, saying Manny might not be known for brutal knockouts like Floyd, but praises his punch speed and volume. Still, he feels Floyd's sharp accuracy gives him the upper hand. His comments light up old debates about styles and who'd win in a second face-off.
Pacquiao he hasn't been a pro in a minute, and they're coming back to fight someone for a belt. Barios technically should win, but this isn't fair. Like, we could have had Brian Norman Jr. versus Barios, but we're getting Manny Pacquiao versus Barios. I don't think anyone wants to see that. Manny Pacquiao is past his prime. He's not in his fighting years no more. And then can he make 147? And then you're letting him fight for the belt. That doesn't make any type of sense. And then if he beats Barios, let's say hypothetically he beats him, is he gonna unify? Boots, that's sitting in the lamp to slaughter. Brian Norman, that's sitting in the lamp to slaughter. This doesn't make no sense.
Pacquiao's comeback joins a bigger movement in boxing, like Tyson and Mayweather before. He's stepping back into the limelight.
One time I interviewed your sister, and she told me when you were kids, she would do the best in sparring. She would get the best of you.
Oh, yeah.
When did that change, Mario? When did that change?
He wasn't the only guy she got the best of in San Antonio. She got the best out of everybody, man. Shit. Yeah, my sister's a beast, man. She couldn't spar other females a lot of times.
Unfair.
Yeah.
Mismatch.
She was overwhelming, man. She was just naturally, strong. And most of the time, the small fighters, they were dudes. But I couldn't really even spar with her serious. Until I was 17 or 18.
Wow.
Yeah. But at that point, I was already too big for it. So
That's all for today's episode. Stick around, and we'll catch you next time.